The U-2 spy plane incident involving the shootdown of Gary Powers in 1960 stands as one of the most dramatic episodes of the Cold War. This article delves into the background, events, and consequences surrounding the U-2 reconnaissance mission that dramatically escalated tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union during this critical period of geopolitical rivalry. 1. The U-2 spy plane program. The U-2 reconnaissance plane, developed by Lockheed Martin, was designed to fly at extremely high altitudes beyond the reach of Soviet air defenses and capture detailed imagery of the Soviet Union. The U.S. Central Intelligence Agency CIA utilized these flights to gather intelligence during the Cold War. 2. Gary Powers and the 1960 mission. On May 1, 1960, Gary Powers, an experienced U-2 pilot, embarked on a high-altitude reconnaissance mission over Soviet territory. The goal was to gather critical intelligence about Soviet military installations and capabilities. 3. Soviet Shootdown. The U-2, flying at an altitude believed to be beyond Soviet capabilities, was shot down by a Soviet surface-to-air missile near Sverdlovsk. The incident led to the capture of Gary Powers, who survived the crash but was apprehended by Soviet authorities. 4. Diplomatic fallout. The shootdown of the U-2 and the capture of Powers dealt a severe blow to U.S.-Soviet relations. Initially, the United States denied the nature of the mission, but the Soviets presented evidence, including the intact remains of the U-2 plane and Powers' confession, leading to a diplomatic crisis. 5. Impact on Cold War negotiations. The incident undermined the diplomatic thaw that had been developing between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. Scheduled peace talks in Paris were derailed, and the U.S. faced international criticism for espionage activities, damaging its credibility in the eyes of its allies. 6. Powers' trial and exchange. Gary Powers was put on trial in the Soviet Union and sentenced to 10 years in prison. However, he was eventually exchanged for Soviet spy Rudolf Abel in a high-profile Cold War swap in 1962. 7. Technological revelation. The shootdown of the U-2 brought attention to the vulnerability of even the most advanced technological assets in the face of evolving military capabilities. The incident accelerated the development of more advanced spy planes and reconnaissance technologies. 8. Legacy and Cold War dynamics. The U-2 incident marked a turning point in Cold War dynamics, contributing to the heightened mistrust and animosity between the superpowers. It demonstrated the risks and consequences of covert intelligence operations, influencing subsequent espionage strategies during the Cold War. Conclusion. The U-2 spy plane incident, culminating in the shootdown of Gary Powers, epitomized the clandestine world of Cold War espionage. The fallout from this incident not only strained diplomatic relations but also underscored the technological and strategic challenges faced by both the United States and the Soviet Union. The episode remains a poignant reminder of the tense and perilous nature of Cold War intelligence operations that played out on the global stage.